Got something on here. I got a red breast. Getting a few little pecks on the surface, which made me think it was probably panfish, but I've had two fish that have been following this crick hopper since I tied it on that were not red breast or any kind of a sunfish. They were one of them I think was a Chattahoochee bass, which is something I'd really like to catch, a small one, and the other one could have been either a bass or a trout. It was, I don't know, probably 11 or 12 inches or something like that. This guy is, pretty little fish. Put him back in the water. Yeah, that's a start. I'm gonna keep working this little section of pool. There's some insects being eaten on the surface, and certainly could be trout among them, but it's kind of a slow section, and I feel like it might be mostly the little sunfish of some kind and the Chattahoochee bass, which are conducive to the crick hopper that I have on. So let's work this for a little while and see what happens. Had a fish following that one all the way back almost to the rod tip. I don't know if it saw me when it turned away, or I couldn't tell if it was a trout or a Chattahoochee bass, and I just saw another one in the same vicinity eating an insect on the surface. That was a little rainbow trout. I just saw one that nipped at it right at the edge. Oh, something got it. A little something here. It's like another red breast. That's cool. They're such pretty fish. Not real big, but they're so colorful. A lot of fun to catch. That one came up and hit the crick hopper on the top. The first one that I caught, I had just started swimming it, so it was actually subsurface when it bit. So one each way. So let that guy go. Another little strike on that one. There appear to be trout rising on some little insects. In a little bit, I'm gonna at least try the itty bit mayfly. Just kind of swimming it among them and see if they want something real little like that. I guess I'll make a few more casts with this crick hopper first, since I already caught a couple on it and I'm still getting strikes. But eventually I'm going to try that. Maybe if they kind of seem to get too used to this. So I'm getting a few panfish hits and misses, and seeing some trout in this pool that look like they're feeding on insects. So I'm going to try a little tandem rig of a couple of little bitty jigs. I'm going to fish with I'm going to put on a Lindy little nipper, and also Bobby Garland itty bit mayfly, and rig those two together so I've got enough casting weight, and give them a couple options and see what they're interested in. Alright, I got my little tandem jig rig casted kind of across the run where I've seen a little more trout activity. Try swimming it through. It's a little limiting from a casting standpoint, but I'm not having to go very far. Well, that didn't take very long. Seemed like that was the ticket, at least for one trout. Sometimes, you know, you make a change like that and you get something on the first cast and you feel like you really figured it out, then you never get another bite. So we'll see what happens. Let's see. Looks like he ate the little nipper, the hair jig. That's a pretty little trout. They're pretty rainbow. I'm gonna see if I can just unhook him. The hemostats. Don't even need to grab him. Settle down, buddy. I'm trying to help you. Alright, so here's where we find out if I figured out something, or if just one active fish, or if maybe I disturbed him by the group by catching that one. We'll see if any others cooperated, but that thing jumped on it the first time through. I just saw one swiping at this, so seems like a good sign. Didn't get him on that one. I'll try to kind of mix up my areas in the pool so they don't get too used to it too quickly. It seems like it might be something they're interested in. As I'm fishing today, I had to give a shout out and thanks to my employer, PRADCO Fishing, which is the company that owns RebelLures and Garland Crappie Baits and Heddon Lures. There's a whole bunch of great fishing lure brands that are all on lurenet.com. But today is our company's fishing day, something that PRADCO does every year for employees. And everybody's job today is to go fishing. And it's a little different for me. I'm fortunate that I work in marketing, getting content, so I get to fish a reasonable amount for work, going out and getting photos of lures and fish, and getting video content and material for stories and that sort of thing. But today my job isn't really even getting content. It's just going fishing, and it's something the company does as a thanks to the employees, and also just to make certain that everybody has, whether fishing is their hobby, a normal thing or not, they have some exposure to what we do as a company and the things that the people who buy our lures enjoy getting out and doing. So whether someone works in the accounting department, or in manufacturing, or sales, or marketing, or whatever they do, today all the employees of PRADCO, wherever they're based, the company is based in Fort Smith, Arkansas, so most people are out there, but I live in Georgia. But wherever everybody is, today is the day we go out and go fishing. And I don't mind that. I've had a handful of trout following this that I can see down in the water, but they're just not quite convinced. They're just a little bit, they've gotten a little familiar with it already, probably. Probably need to switch it to a single, or try something else a little bit, or just keep moving, hit some different runs. These fish are right here. It worked caught that one so quickly. Kinda hoping I might catch some more. Little guy. What do we have here? A little chub? Yep. We got a couple red breasts, a trout, and a chub. A little variety mixed in. Maybe we can get a Chattahoochee bass to get one more thing. Little guy there. something in that family anyways. Maybe a little sucker, I'm not sure. Yeah, the trout seem to have gotten pretty used to me. They kind of lost interest. Going back to my crick hopper, kind of hoping to catch a few more of those red breast sunfish or a Chattahoochee bass. And they're still hitting at it. They're getting a lot of strikes right on the edges, but they're not quite taking it. So I think it might be some pretty small sunfish, but I'm gonna work up through and hit some other sections. It's just, I mean, just upstream of here, and get some fresh casts on some fish along the edge and see if I can find a bass or another red breast or two.